Is it going? Is this thing on? Is it going? Where's Seribot? There's Seribot. Oh, I forgot how laggy town is. Hello, I've been away. I know. My schedule is, what is a schedule? What even is one of those? I've never heard of those. No, I'm still kind of settling in. And I've been really busy. I've been, doing real life stuff. Mostly trying to get training done because I'm trying to become an EMT right now, and the group helping me with the training kind of requires a lot of prerequisite. Oh my goodness. Stuff. But at the end of it, they'll sponsor my training, so I'm just trying to get all that sorted. And they ask you to do a bunch of stuff that I haven't done since high school, which I won't tell you when that was, but I can tell you it was not recent. Wow, my game is really laggy now. What does my resource monitor look like? Oh, I'm annihilating my CPU. Somehow. I shouldn't be. The only program using CPU stuff is poe2 at 30%, but it's also telling me I'm using 60% of my CPU overall somehow. Interesting. Oh, what? Well, I guess that's probably from encoding. OBS is using 80% of my GPU. Wait. Oh, this might just be a case of Alt-Tab, or not Alt-Tab, the task manager having a really bad resource monitor. Because it's telling me one program's using 75% GPU, the other's using 60% GPU, but overall I'm using 80% GPU. I haven't been to school for a minute, but I'm almost positive that's not how math works. Right? Call me crazy, right? But like, I did re-download this game. Did something reset? Because I've test streamed this to myself before and it wasn't an issue. So I'm just gonna look through here because sometimes when Path of Exile updates added new visual stuff. That's fine, that's fine. That's fine. It's funny that it loads the default for shadows. Turn down sun shadows. Turn on bloom. Honestly, a game like this, bloom doesn't really matter. I know, I should have done this before I started, but I should have done a lot of stuff, right? Multi-threading, yeah, it's probably good to keep on. Don't really want to put on reflex. Oh, that's just the metrics. Okay. Oh, yeah, turning on the shadows gave me like an extra 10%. That's probably it. He's probably just using really expensive sun shadows. Just add it to the list of games that do that. Is it? I had to talk to somebody down here. Can I run in town? Oh, I can. That's good to know. Because it's kind of a pain in the ass walking around this town. I just picked up this unique. I didn't want to start streaming until I was like positive that what I was planning to do. It's fine. So yeah, I'm leveling as S's Strain Contagion. I'm probably not going to play this in the end game. I have a confession to make actually about this game is I've actually never gotten to the end game of PoE2 before. I mean, I know how it functions. But before this update, so you get to the end game, you have to play the campaign twice. Twice? 3 times? Twice, I'm pretty sure. And I normally get to the end of the campaign once. And I'd kind of be like, okay, well that's enough of that. And then just wind up playing some other game for a while. I'm actually going to... Ooh, options doesn't pause. Let's turn master volume down. Yeah, I'm just leveling as ED Contagion because it's easy and honestly, I kind of like it. It's not... I used to play it in PoE 1 and then it kind of got nerfed and then other things changed and it kind of got left behind. And now Chaos Dot skills in PoE 1 are outside of some poison niche stuff, kind of not in the best spot. In PoE 1, you kind of want to ignite or bleed, I think. And with bleed, it's like self-bleed. But yeah, I played PoE 1 for about 2,500 hours. I've played this game for about 100 hours, and I've never actually gotten the end game of it. So that's what I'm actually planning to do. Because now in this update, you only need to complete the campaign once, but the campaign has one more act, which is like a nice trade-off. Like I only have to do one act instead of an extra 3, and it's the ones that you've done before. It's like, sign me up. What is with this? These guys don't have modify. Oh, it's you. I don't know what I'm going to get for my first ascendancy. I think I'm going to grab damage as my first ascendancy instead of survivability. Because Lich, you need 2 points to get, or 2 ascendancies to get the survivability, because you need damage bypasses ES, and then another one that says as long as you have ES, you cannot lose health. So basically giving you a free 10% damage reduction. But that's 2 ascendancies, which I'm not going to have for a minute, and I'm still not totally confident in my ability to do the ultimatum stuff anyways. I know it's not as bad as it used to be, but like, honestly, still kind of a pain in the butt, so we'll see. But I think I'm just going to take damage. I'm kind of... I don't know, I'm interested in what Captain Lance is doing with the blood magic stuff. I think that could be fun. Because I tried doing blood magic when the game first hit early access, and wasn't very good. I had to re-roll. And back then I just re-rolled in Archmage something. Even then, it felt like I had to do a lot to get any damage, whereas other classes were able to just do damage. I kind of am interested in doing Flicker, just because I want to see how it's different. in this one, but I don't really know how it's different. Like, I know in PoE1, like, the general stuff, you have ferals for your champion or whatever, or the what's her face, the Dex class sometimes, and you're using one-handeds and you level like Terminus Est or whatever. Like in PoE1 I can put together a flicker build, but in PoE2 I don't really know how it's normally done, and I kind of didn't put much thought into like figuring that out because I'm kind of bad at making builds. My general playstyle is sort of to half follow. Oh, I found this first try. Is a kind of half follow builds, but kind of put my own thing on them. Like right now I'm loosely following Captain Lance, but like it's just sort of a cookie cutter ED Contagion. Fight me! Also, I hope you like the new music. I'm probably not going to stick with any specific music. I mean, there's some stuff that I want to keep going back to, like Jippy and a couple other things, but I find new mixes and stuff all the time. And if I like them, I figure you guys might like them too. Yeah, that's sort of how my brain works. Ow. Ow. Alright, ouch. I should probably stick close to you because I have Withering Presence. But yeah, when I kind of got soured on this game because when I first started playing it, there's a lot of shit I really didn't like. And I just kind of couldn't get over it. The map size, I mean everybody's talked to death about the map size, but the general speed of the game, and I wouldn't be so upset, or not upset, but just sort of salty about the map size. Except Path of Exile was kind of the last ARPG that had that zoominess, right? Now they're kind of like the same speed as every other ARPG. Right, like this game is about the same speed as like Last Epoch, which I love Last Epoch, but it's not a fast game. Like you can kind of force it to be fast, but it doesn't set you up for success. This game doesn't have Quicksilver flasks, doesn't have a lot of move speed everywhere. It's not really good leveling builds that any class can take. I don't know. The main thing I don't like is that classes feel more pigeonholed into whatever their ascendancy is quote-unquote made to do, like meant to do. You know what I mean? Like, so in Path of Exile 1, no matter what class you have the same tree. I didn't actually notice in this game for a little while, but if you pick the Witch or the Sorceress, you actually get slightly different nodes on your passive tree. So you can't really play like super elemental Lich, because Lich does have generic damage, so I mean it's not completely out of the realm of possibility that somebody would want to do that, right? Except Lich's passive tree has less nodes for elemental damage and more for chaos damage, which is good if you want to play chaos, right? But if you don't want to play Chaos but want to play Lich for the other damage increases and stuff, the energy shields, stuff like that, you kind of can't. I mean, I don't know, you could force it, but like you're not going to have as many passives on the tree to play with. I don't know. I liked in PoE1 where anybody can play anything and you can do like really strange stuff that has awkward mechanics that work. Battle Mage as a mechanic kind of came out of those weird niche builds with like melee witch and stuff, or melee like necromancer back when you would just play necromancer for all the offering skills. Ooh, what just happened? Huh. Right. I'm gonna do something real quick. Try this. Well, I mean, if I only get drop frames on, what was that? If I only get drop frames on, like, loading screens, that's probably not the worst thing. I don't know. Medium textures. Ooh. It didn't like that. Oh, I can't tell the difference in the textures, and that's way better. Alright, dropping some frames just while it's loading, that's like fine. Number of lights, can I just turn this down more? Yeah, not really a different. Why even have this as an option? I guess we're troubleshooting. It's kind of funny though. Okay, no, I almost doubled my FPS there. That feels better. If I drop frames during a loading screen, then like, so be it. I'm actually underclocking my GPU at the moment. And it's kind of funny why. I'm not going to have to for much longer. So I mentioned it before, but I went from renting an apartment to buying my own place. But I bought a trailer. A big one. It's nice. I'm not living in like a shack, but like there's some concessions you have to make when you do that, right? And I'm on beautiful property here too. Like beautiful BC. Doesn't get any better than that. But rent's a lot cheaper and I could actually modify this place, which I like. So that's what I'm doing. But it came with weird power stuff, like electricity stuff that normally we wouldn't have to think about, but the breaker, like main breaker, for some reason is only 15 amps. Not sure why. It doesn't seem right. I'm having an electrician to come by to take a look, make sure it's not a fire hazard, and to upgrade that to a 30 amp breaker. Because what it is right now, if you know anything about power, or even if you don't, like I can explain this in a way that it's like, it sounds stupid, right? Also, I want to ask an electrician just to double check, because maybe they can help. That's literally what the subreddit's called, right? Not at all. They asked a bunch of questions, and when I answered their questions, they just pieced out, and then none of them had the flare. So I guess none of them were even electricians. So my question just never got answered. But I assume if I were to post a question again, I'd probably just get told by a moderator not to spam or whatever, even though nobody answered me. So I don't know. But anyways, so what it is it's a 30 amp trailer. The plug on the outside states clearly 30 amps. I've got the right cable for it. It's like a twist lock thing. You have to use a special cable to do it so you don't melt cables. But the breaker panel, the main breaker that every other breaker attaches to. So like, think of it this way. So you have, the power comes in from outside, right? And it goes to the main breaker. The main breaker then goes to all the branches, like sockets on each side, the GFCI circuit, the AC circuit. But they all go to the main. So you would imagine, right, that the main would be big, like a bigger main circuit, like in terms of amperage, and then all the other circuits would be smaller because the wires in the walls would be like smaller, and if you put too much power to them, they could melt or catch on fire, right? You know, what a breaker's meant for. But my main breaker is the same size as all my branches, and it's only 15 amps. So what's actually happening is that the power's coming in from outside, and I can only use half of it. Because normally you would think, right, like, all right, so the left side has its own breaker, and the right side has its own breaker of the trailer, right? And the bathroom has the GFCI, and the kitchen has the GFCI. And you would think, like, okay, well, if I split up the load across these different walls so they're on different breakers, I'm not going to trip anything, I'll be fine. But what actually happens is that the main is still only 15 amps, so it doesn't matter what I do. The main, like, the branches, it's impossible to trip them because the main will always trip first, because the main will always be under the most load, no matter what. I think what actually happened is when it was built, the people who built it only had one breaker type on hand, because they're duplex breakers, so they control 2 circuits each, and you could toggle them individually, but they only take up 1 slot. And they only had 1 breaker type, and it was the 15 amp one, so they just put it on all of them under the impression that the end user would eventually just swap it or hire an electrician or something. And then that means that the company doesn't have to stock 2 different types of breaker. They could just put in the smallest one and know that it's going to be fine because it's the smallest, and then the end user gets shafted or something. Which I'm told kind of actually happens with trailers, is that a lot of the stuff in here is built just to work, but you're kind of expected to put your own shit in here and like fix it up. Like I want to change the bathroom in here to be nicer. Although my bathroom's pretty good. I've lived in places worse bathrooms than here. So. And I have hot water on demand, which is really nice. I haven't actually had that before, so I'm actually really happy with that. But yeah, so basically all that long thing is if I have my computer and the air conditioner on at the same time, I won't trip a breaker. But if I play a game and have the AC on at the same time, I will. So I've been using EVGA Precision X1 to lower the power on my GPU. And that's made it so I haven't tripped the breaker. It's kind of been a pain in the butt. Although, you can lower the power on your GPU quite a lot and you won't notice any difference. In fact, I got better performance because it's been better on heat at low power. So there's some kind of weird optimization thing there that EVGA did not sort out the first time. Oh god, it's this dickhead. I hate this boss. Ow. So, yeah, I have a new breaker on the way, and the guy who owns the property that I'm on has an electrician coming in to install some stuff, and he's just gonna do the breaker for free and make sure that I'm not gonna cause a fire, like got the right gauge of cable and everything. I have a really good landlord, like he's fantastic. So I lucked out there, and I live on this nice big, I don't know, it's like 6-acre property that I share with a couple of other people. Where do I gotta be? I gotta be here, right? Fuck. Oh, is he gonna fucketh offeth? He is, okay. Oh, he's on the tentacle mobile. Gotcha. Now what? Okay. So yeah, basically that's what's going on. Is I had to turn my graphics card down because it was just barely tripping the breaker if I ran like Mech Warrior or something, which I've been playing on my own. Also, when the new expedition starts in No Man's Sky, which I thought was going to be today, but it's not. I'm probably going to stream that as well. Gain 5 rage when hit. Yeah, I'm not going to use that. Oh, I need to be level 22. What am I? Level 21. Right. Okay, well, I got a crap load of quests. Goodbye. Man. Wait, where is... There it is. I might play, I might swap over to not PoE, Last Epoch. Because I know this is like the new hotness, but like, whatever. And I'll be honest, if I had to choose between this and Last Epoch, I'm having way more fun recently with Last Epoch. I've been playing I swapped my Lich in that game over to Crit Lich, and that shit's strong. Oh, this is a relic locker. I want my stash. I'm like, why isn't my stuff going in? Oh, there we go. Or honor. Okay. I mean, I don't think it's gonna really come down to the wire. But yeah, I don't know. This game, it's just too slow. I don't know. I normally don't mind slow games, but I like my ARPGs to be fast. And one of the reasons I also don't play Diablo 4, among other things. There's honestly a lot of reasons not to play Diablo 4. Well, the fact that we could sprint now kind of trivializes this. Also, every time I get a new ascendancy, I kind of just make myself sad that we don't have the labyrinth anymore. I mean, I say it like that. I mean, I can't just go play it in PoE1. It's not gone anywhere. Restore honor, silver key. Just silver key. Like lab, cruel lab, mercy lab, and then. Wow, I am dropping frames a lot. I kind of almost feel like playing Lunacid though, if I'm honest. It's just such a chill game to play. And the music in it is absolutely killer. I don't know. Alright, there's that one gone. They know likey. Is this open? No. There's one more somewhere. Or more than one? I don't know. There's a bunch somewhere probably. Oh, here we go. Boink. Just doink. Yeah, even in game, like, I'm not loading anything. I'm dropping frames. I don't know. Both this and PoE1 have some weird performance stuff. Like, they're normally fine. And then every so often, like, once every 3 or 4 updates, they suddenly will not be fine. What was it? The Calandra League in PoE1 where performance tanked by a shitload because it did something to a renderer or something like that. And the game just like the ground would blink in and out of existence and the game would run despite not showing anything on screen. It would run really bad. I actually didn't stream that. My PoE1 character this league was Bama, which I've never played. It was actually really fun. I'd never played it before. It was really strong. But yeah, kind of wasted because I do a lot of blight farming, and you don't need a build for blight farming. You could just do whatever, right? It doesn't really matter. Ledge. Yeah. What's this? Oh, just find the exit? Okay, I could do that. Oh, it's with all the doors stuff. Right. How are you supposed to make it through those spikes? It's ridiculous. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I knew these things weren't dead. Throw the lever, Kronk. Yeah, I don't know. I have a bunch of anxiety today. Maybe I will play some last epoch, or not last epoch, or maybe last epoch. I don't know. Lunacid. I have it downloaded still because I played on my own. Zering's mana. Yeah, I'll take that. Oh god, it's this. These are going way too fast. I don't know why. Like they think we have flame dash or something. Alright guys, that's enough out of you guys. Man, Arch Nemesis League was a blight on Path of Exile history. I really miss just the old, like, rare mob, magic mob system that didn't fill it with, like, I know it's an ARPG, but guys, you do not need to itemize everything. It kind of fucked up other RPGs as well. Hero Siege, which nobody's ever heard of, and Last Epoch both have systems kind of like that now. Kind of a pain in the ass. You're not going to spread to people who aren't there. I don't think so. Oh, I leveled. Is that enough to get the keystone? It is. I don't get my curse until level 37 or some ridiculous thing. I don't know. I feel like I'm just bitching. I'm really not. I'm just sort of comparing, like, games. Like, Last Epoch does so much stuff that I love. It does stuff I hate, too. Right now, Last Epoch kind of drives me mad because there's no good way to practice some of the endgame bosses. And to get to them takes so long. It's so much farming. It reminds me of... that's actually pretty good, yeah. It reminds me of, if anybody played it, Path of Exile... Oh, Conquerors of the Atlas? The one that introduced Cirrus and the other Conquerors. Where if you wanted to practice Cirrus, you kind of couldn't. You had to, like, commit, finally get to him, and then if you died, that was, like, it. You had to farm up your influence again. When they were released, Shaper and Elder kind of were the same, I'm pretty sure, because you had to do that weird mechanic that I still don't fully understand, but it doesn't matter because it's not in the game anymore. The mechanic was Shaper and Elder, where you had to, like, mess with their influence. So I'm getting distracted because my cat is screaming at me, and I don't know why. Lick? Sweetheart? What? Can I help you? Can you be helped, even? Is there a method with which you can even be helped? Or are you just complaining because you're awake and you're going to make it everybody else's problem? Man, this is a really interesting mix if you're born, like, anywhere between 1990 and the year 2000. Okay, the fact these guys can follow me in here is ridiculous. Get the hell out. None of these are worth taking. Yikes. Enfeeble's what? This damage dealt? Alright. Or I have no armor. Well, I already don't have any armor. So I'll just do this. Because I'm playing ES. Man, I'm trying to still figure out this whole streaming thing. I don't know if it's better to play more popular games but have to compete with like everybody in the category, or less popular games but nobody even knows the game well enough to even search for you. Maybe some middle ground? I don't know. Because whenever I stream on League Start, nobody shows up. Unless it's like people that I know online who like show up to be nice to me. Which, appreciate you. But like, I don't know, my best performing streams I ever did, I'm pretty sure were still Lunacid, and nobody knows that game. Nobody's heard of Lunacid. Which is a shame, because the game is amazing. The game is so good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Servers are dying. Alright. Is it up here? Oh god, there's more snakes. I just reminded myself of something dumb. That nothing to do with anything. Just the mention of snakes reminded me of Indiana Jones, and I've never seen an actual Indiana Jones movie start to finish because I can't bring myself to watch them because I'm convinced they'll be boring, and the reason I'm convinced they'll be boring is because I think archaeology is boring. The movie's not about archaeology. I recognize that, but I cannot. Something in the back of my mind cannot comprehend that. So it doesn't matter. The main character's an archaeologist, therefore I think the film will be boring. Oh, 50% more damage, you say? Yes, please. What do I do? Survive. Objective, survive. Man, in my mind, Halo Reach is still like a new game, and I know for a fact that it's not. Like, I have no illusion. Man, those were the days. I don't know. There was like a golden period there. Not to say gaming now is not like really cool, but I feel like the actual events that you would go to don't really exist. And what I mean by that is like, I'm just on a tangent, but that's what a stream is, right? Just somebody else going on a tangent. And if you like their tangents, you watch. But like, the thing I miss is like midnight releases. Like, being there for the midnight release of Halo Reach. Going to the mall where I lived in Brampton at the time. We'd go to the mall, me and some friends, and we'd wait in line to be let in because the GameStop in the mall was like the closest to us. So we'd go to that GameStop and we'd just wait, and like people who worked at the mall had to be there late to let us in because the mall itself would close, right? It wouldn't be up till midnight. So the GameStop employees would be there, like, yeah, just a big line, and we had to be led through the mall at midnight through this mall, which is so surreal. Like, it's just bizarre. Like, nobody knew what a liminal space was back then, but that's what that was. Man, that more damage really helped. I don't even really need to bother with those because my wand right now is basically the best I can get at my level. Alright. What do I got? 3 silvers and a bronze. The hell's royal? I don't know. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I see. Yeah, fire skills. Flammability magnitude? It's an interesting one. I don't remember those. Okay. I don't know. I'll check them. Yeah. Not worth nothing. I always read that as Keith Forge. I'm like, who the hell is Keith? Alright. Lich. Ascend. Do the spooky dooky stuff. Boink. Bonk. Because this note just says more damage. Blah 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 blah. The advisor. Oh. Yeah, I kind of talked myself into it. I kind of feel like Last Epoch. Or Lunacid. What did I stream? I think I was a mage? Which was like interesting, I guess. Yeah. Okay, close that. I can't remember. Do I need to... do I need to... Can I capture this program? Oh, jeez, that's loud. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Sorry. Oops. Alright. Start a new game in slot 3? Yeah, I'm gonna turn that music, or that sound volume down. Did I swap category? Yes. This game does so much cool stuff. I'm sure there's still things in here I've not seen. What's the moon phase today? What a weird thing to need to ask. Certain things only happen on full moons, and some things only happen on on empty moons. I actually don't know what the opposite of a full moon is. Barg.
Long ago, a great beast came from the sea and brought
I remember
with
being
it
able to
a
skip
poisonous
this.
fog
Oh, here
that
we go.
spread across the earth.
Here we go. Goodness me. Input name. I'm gray. Again. Alucard looking ass. So I actually know that the thief and the vampire are um, actually play differently. I think there was one other one that played differently as well, which says it does, but it's confusing. So, a cunning magic user with a penchant for the dark. They thrive with the waxing of the moon and feed off their own lunacy. If you haven't played this game before, um, let's talk about the real life moon phase. And when you cast magic, you will gain or lose lunacy, and it's a percentage. And at 100%, you deal double damage, take double damage, and get more XP, I believe. XP or magic find. It's also doubled at 100%. So they're describing anybody who uses magic, but the witch is like your magic starter. This is like Dark Souls where it doesn't really matter who you pick at the beginning. The only difference is vampire is actually different. Awaken by hunger, they are replenished by the shedding of blood, but weaken from fire. So I can actually look this up to be 100,000% sure. Um, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Here we go. Yeah, heals while standing in the blood of the sanguine sea. You lose less blood while bleeding, but regain blood slower. Takes damage over time in water, and regain health when attacking objects in melee who have blood. Um, and I believe they don't heal from health potions; they heal from blood wine. Um, um, let me see here. Thief. Oh no, thief gets a random item from Demi. Um, so vampire's the only different one, aside from undead technically always being a corpse, but I don't think it actually changes the gameplay. And royal starts with 120 silver, which I guess if you want to start range and you want to get like the crossbow early on, then that would be the way to do it. Um, kind of like magic. There's a few cool melee weapons. There is the Moonlight Blade, which um scales off of not magic in any way, which is dumb to me. This seems dumb, right? Like the Moonlight Blade, the Moonlight Great Sword. Um, every melee weapon is strength no matter what. Every ranged weapon is dex no matter what. Even if the ranged weapon looks like magic, if you fire a projectile from a weapon, even if it's a wand, it still counts as dex. And then your intelligence affects anything you actually cast with your cast buttons that you use mana for. And the Moonlight Greatsword fires a projectile but is a melee weapon, which means it scales with strength and dexterity. That seems dumb to anybody else, or just me. That seems mighty silly to me. But I might go melee vampire. Um, just because I like this portrait. I normally use a little imp character because we gremlin mode. Yeah, we'll use this beauty. Oh, that's gonna take some getting used to again. I forgot when you look around, you like weave. Um, my music's off. Is there just no music in this section? My music is off for sure. Difficulty. If I turn this off, does that... No. that does not change that at all. I love that. NPC health. Always run. Compass style. FPS cap. Player speed cap. Which is a funny thing to say. FOV 65. Try 70. I think there's just no music right here. It's Ezio. Are you using... I didn't know you were also in Pickle's stream. I recognize those emotes anywhere. I know that mook anywhere. Did you originally come from Pickle's stream to here? Or did you find Pickle's stream through me? So weird calling her Pickle, because I know her in real life. But nobody knows who I'm talking about if I say Nikki. I'm playing a vampire this time, because you actually do, like, blood stuff. Which is interesting. And it forced me to play melee. Cannot remember my collab. Oh, in that wasn't even a collab. That was a spur of the moment thing. That in you talk about Killing Floor, right? Unless there's one I'm not remembering. You're definitely talking about Killing Floor. Which is funny because that wasn't really a collab. We didn't really go out of our way to do that. We're just old heads in Killing Floor. We've been playing that game together for forever. So it wasn't really a collab so much as like, I'm bored. Do you want to just play Killing Floor? Sure. Do you want to stream it? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, the first time I ever saw Killing Floor, Nikki showed it to me in person in real life. I think I need to turn my overall volume down. Um, that. I'm sure there's a sound effects volume. Because the music's really good. Can you hear the music okay? Is it too quiet? I can't really turn it up because there's only one slider for audio, and that like destroys. It's so loud. I hope that's not a problem. Where are we going? Where are we going? So have you been playing Ezio? Because I know you, what, 100%ed, you 100%ed, Monster Hunter World, right? Die, snail. Ocean Bone Shard. I think those are actually rare. You make ocean elixirs out of those. Max mana. Bite me! Oh no! Run away! Oh, the Wizard Tower idle game? I was playing that a little while ago. A week or two ago? That was a month ago, oh my god. I really liked it because it's an idle game that actually has like an ending. Man! Oh, what are you doing? No, thank you. Oh, come on. What was I playing recently? I was playing, big fan of ARPGs, so I was playing Last Epoch. I just actually was playing PoE2 on stream, but for as much time as I put into PoE1, I just can't bring myself to enjoy Path of Exile 2. I just can't do it. I don't know what it is. I think it's the speed of the game or something. Like, I just can't bring myself to actually enjoy it. But Last Epoch's been a lot of fun. Its new season started recently. Like a week ago. And an ARPG that I play that nobody's ever heard of called Hero Siege gets a new season in a week from now, I think. That one's a lot of fun. It's not free to play, but it's cheap. And I've been playing the hell out of Mycopunk. I didn't stream it. I didn't think it'd actually be that good of a stream game. But that's a good game. Kind of reminds me of Deep Rock Galactic. And I've also been playing Deep Rock Galactic. I've been playing a lot of stuff. What happened was I moved. I didn't have internet for like 2 weeks. And then once I had internet, all the games that I wanted to play during those 2 weeks, I played them all within like 5 days of each other. Like, just went ham. It's Demi. We like Demi. We like Demi. Demi's a good bean. Hello, good bean, Demi. Yeah, I'm not gonna have much time soon either. I'm starting my EMT training within a month, I think. We're still working on a day to start, and I'm going to be doing 3 weeks of 9-hour days. And I need to cross a ferry into Vancouver in order to take it. So, like an hour each direction. But could be worse. I mean, I am commuting on a motorcycle, which is going to be a lot of fun because, you know, Bikes are a good time. Oh, she has to give me an item too. Oh, she already did? Should have given me blood wine, right? Not yet. Okay. A new trinket? I would love a new trinket. I need this to move on. And I cannot afford that. Alright. Clive the skeleton over here will give me a potion for free. Auto file equip. There we go. I think I can use these and not die. I can't remember if vampires can use health files or not. Oh, this isn't leveled up all the way anyways. Save, warp to... No, yes. But I got EMT training. We're just working on... I'm working with... there's like a place here that will sponsor you to take training. In different... careers. Like just a job finding place, but they'll pay for your training for you, which is nice. And we just don't know when. I have to do a bunch of stuff to get them to actually do that. Temple of Silence, Hollow Basin. Okay. I'm tempted to try one of these health files because I can't remember if I count as undead and therefore will die upon drinking it. What button is it? HP full. Okay. Here, hit me for a second. Okay, no, I can use health potions. I also just heal by hitting people with blood in them. If you have blood, I can heal. But yeah, kind of excited for that becoming an EMT. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Which I know is sort of an absurd thing to say, like it's almost kind of fucked up, but like, you know what I mean, right? Like it's an actual exciting job. But the main reason I went with it was it really was a fucked up thing to say, wasn't it? The schedule's really flexible, so I wouldn't have to stop playing games or streaming or anything. Maybe less, but I can basically be on call, which is a schedule that works for me. Just being on call and then just like coming in whenever the hell. Because I don't do good with schedules. As you may have noticed from my stream schedule, I do not do well with schedules. I don't jive with them. You weak to fire? Kind of. I gotta remember that I have block. But yeah, it's so funny seeing those emotes because I know Nikki in real life and have known her for way too long. I've known Nikki for maybe 15-ish years now, maybe a little bit more. And yeah, if you're wondering, yeah, she's always been like that. She's always been a bit of a nut. Just a total mook. Is this what I'm looking for? Ghost light. No, but that's useful. Oops. No, return. Here. Ghost light. Equip. Okay. We met in friggin' band. Which I feel like explains a lot. But no, we met in band, in cadets, no less. So it's like a marching band. Which again, I feel like explains like a lot. Is this... Okay, am I back where I was before? Yeah, okay. Now I'm just going around. I know there's 2 ways out of here. Yo, what's up? I'm pretty sure there's 2 ways out of here. Like, one is through, like, some sewer area. I think there's technically 3. One's a hidden area that you need a spell or a lot of dexterity to get out of. Neither of which I have. Hmm. Oh. I mean, if you're looking for a game to play, you could play this game. Lunacid. Oh. This game is so much fun. If you liked Castlevania, specifically like Symphony of the Night style Castlevania, or other games sort of like that, this game will scratch that itch for sure. This game is really good for that. But yeah, if you have a lot of dexterity, you can get up there. I think you need like 30. Because dexterity makes you walk faster and jump higher. Alright, well I'll move on this way and I'll come back later. Because right now I have to poke this door in the eye. Ugh. Alright, well I poked him in the eye, now we're good. Ooh, a torch. What's my swap key? Found it. This is actually really good because fire damage. I think it's just percent health based. So I could, haha, jab somebody with this right in the eyeball. Man, I hope this game gets like a sequel, or if not a sequel, then like a different game like it in the same vein, even if it's not the same world, because this game's so much fun. Like, it's just, there's nothing quite like it. Actually, there is stuff quite like it, which is sort of the point. It's like Kingsfield, but you don't need 18 fingers to play it with a controller. Because the original controls, you use the bumpers to look up and down. And stuff like that, just absolutely cursed. Old FromSoft games. I'll tell you what, I'm not dropping frames now because this game does not take much to run. La-dee-da-dee-da. It's got the spooky dooky music on. What are you breaking these? Get banned on, son. Nice try though. Appreciate the effort. Ritual dagger, 6 damage, faster, less reach. Did I just? Okay, we're good. Actually, I want to see that. Where is? Bum, bum, ba, da, dum, ba. Um, this actually might be a case of Seribot being a little bit too overzealous. Give me a second here. Where is my? Am I done? Where is it? What on earth? What have I done? Okay. Stop. What is this? Okay. No. Okay. Starybot has probably actually been a little bit overzealous. Um. Did I not do it from this window? That would be silly. Really? What the heck? Um. Yeah. No, I think Starybot's being a little bit overzealous there, so I'll unban you. Oh, it said spam, but you didn't say anything. I think it's just because your account is new. Yeah. I think if your account is new, it does that. Um, let's do Ritual Dagger, why not? I am playing a strength build. Yeah, sorry about that. You do have like a normal name. I don't know why. I think it's because you made an account today or something. Lithomancy. This is a fun spell. This spell doesn't do anything. It just makes pots come to life, but with their new sentience, they just scream in agony and then die. They explode. So messed up. I think this lever over here, when I pull it and open all the doors, is when some of these guys come to life. They're not going to go around up to there again, or there's a way through the sewers, I think. I can't remember which way is actually intended. I guess it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, they're alive now. Oh. Yeah, you can see, because I'm a vampire and these guys have blood, I heal a little bit when I hit them. So I just saw something in the other corner of my eye. What's going on here? Is Seribot being stinky or what? I don't think so. I'm actually going to re-equip the sword. Wah! Fight me! Bow! I'm not used to actually properly fighting these guys. I normally have magic by now. I mean, I have magic now, but it's like I'm normally specced into magic now. Okay, that's enough of you. Oh my god. I'm gonna get my ass kicked. Oh, you actually dropped a sword for me. Back. Bonk. If I remember right, it's not actually a chance to ignite. It's based on how much damage you do. Alright, where am I going? So this is one of the ways you can go. This is like this cistern here. And then the other way, I think is more intended, is to go up, go around the way you just went. But this time, when you cross that bridge up top that you drop down from, the door on the other side will be open. I don't think these guys will actually get up. I think the ones that are sitting stay sitting. These guys are funny. So their brains have burrowed out from inside their skull. They did this on purpose. They were trying to escape by like astral projecting, but instead just projected their brain out of their own head. Which is an interesting way to go about that. And later on, you find the brains. You fight the brains. The brains are also something you have to beat up. Yeah, these guys are really tanky, which is interesting because a lot of enemies in this game are not this tanky. You can normally go through like one-shotting everything. Makes me feel like you're supposed to be fiddling with the difficulty setting as you go or something like that. One of these walls is a secret wall, isn't it? I'm pushing the wrong button. I heard the guy moaning through here. Maybe he's upstairs. I thought this... Huh, I don't know. Also, some weapons have experience. You can see on the top right, under my, like, swing bada bada gauge. There's an XP for weapons, but it doesn't count how much damage you do or anything like that. It literally is just looking at how many times you've made contact with something. I think I could even wail on these guys and get XP. Maybe not. But breaking pots gives me XP. So I think if you don't charge up your swings and take more swings to kill something, like this is a hidden wall right here. Um. Oh right, yeah. Like breaking flowers does it too. I like this. Not knowing that this is here is kind of interesting. Steel spear. See if I want to do that. But I want to level up this thing first. But yeah, there's an eyeball here, and I think if you have a ranged weapon from there, you could actually hit it. I've not actually tried though. Okay, swinging up definitely actually gives me more XP, which is interesting to note. But I don't need to go back up there because there's actually a save point just through this door. If I'm where I think I am, which I think I am. I think I am where I think I am, and if I'm not where I think I am, I don't know where I am. But I think I know where I am. I do. I'm an amateur carpenter. All these health files, and on this character I actually don't need them as much because I have life leech on melee hit. Are you breakable too? No. If you need opals, by the way, I'm pretty sure you can farm them from these barrels, and then just come back here, reload, and hit them again. Only one level. How much moolah do I have? 63. Alright. I wonder what these enemies actually do when you actually fight them. I've not actually fought these guys. Like, normally I just stand there and shoot them once each and then be one shot. Oh wow, melee is going to be a way harder playstyle. Okay. I'm also using like a crap sword right now. I've almost got it upgraded. A couple more hits, I think I'll be good. Oh, so close. I think this guy will do it for me. Fight me. Fight me. I think I could use blood magic easier as a vampire, but it still counts as magic, so you don't get any life leech from it, which is like the whole reason you be playing vampire, right? Oh, I'm keeping an ear out. My cat has been throwing up today. Hairballs. Or trying to. She successfully got one up. And I managed to get her into the bathtub before that could happen, so I could just wash it away. Um, my bitrate keeps going down. Not normal. Yeah, there we go. Blood wine. Which is an interesting item because it's specific to the vampire, but like healing potions also work on you. So like what's Dark Greatsword. 27 damage. And has darkness. Replica sword goes to Heritage sword. So 23 or 27 in darkness. Which is I think what I'm gonna do. Poison's kind of bad. I think I'm gonna do this so that if there's something that's strong against dark, I could just swap and smack them with the other one. Remember, just follow what Sun Tzu said. Flank 'em and spank 'em. Damage 10. I should be looking at this guard. Thrust 60. Is thrust... damage? Thrust 70 on the steel needle. What does my current stuff have? You have thrust 50. Heritage sword has thrust 5. I'm just gonna look this up because that's gonna drive me bananas. Oh, fandom, you're such a bad website. Uh, um, ugh, fandom, why are you so bad? Weapons, game mechanics. Um, I don't know. Let me see this. Actually, does in-game have it? If you've not seen this, you're gonna love this. Control story, combat, status effects, elements. Okay, combat's on page 7. Combat, alright. Attacking with a weapon by simply holding the attack button release. The further the power bars. Charge. It says bat, but that's definitely supposed to be bar. Full charge and a large damage boost. Block with a melee weapon by pressing the block button. You'll take less damage when blocking depending on weapon stats. Though typically you'll take half damage. Okay. Magic and lunacy. Leveling. Status effects. Elements. Yeah. Okay. NPCs. Alchemy. Yep. Credits. Really? You're not going to tell me what thrust does in here? Oh. Okay, never mind. I'm an idiot. Well, I mean, it doesn't make that super obvious. So the same way that backstep is a stat, which is when you block, you backstep. These actually don't have it. This one might. Yeah, this one does. Thrust is when you charge up, how far forward you dash when you swing. Do I have a level? I do. This sword should do a lot to these guys, because these guys are light element. They should probably be weak to dark. I'm not actually 100%. Oh, hell yeah, they are. Or I think they are. I don't know. That seemed effective. There's a spell you can get that will tell you. Like you could cast it on somebody and it will tell you what their strengths or weaknesses are. Destroying Angel acquired. Yeah, don't eat those. Good alchemy ingredients, so I'm pretty sure. Oh. Y'all ever been to Ash Lake? Holy Warmth. I think it's a healing spell. But if I cast it on myself, I will die? I think. That feels correct to me. I'm looking for... Is it not here? Or is it down there? There's a spell I need. I feel like it's over here. This is probably... Yeah, this is it. Blood Train. So if I read it right, yeah, I can use Blood Drain and the effects of bleeding are not as pronounced on me. And I'll recover from this much faster than usual as well. Or not. It is way slower. Wake my hunger. Regains health, but blood regen is slower. Okay. Well, that's a pain in the ass. Alright, I mean, fair enough, I guess. It kind of makes sense. I don't know. Still kind of a pain in the ass. On guard. Oh. Yeah, I don't think they're strong or weak to this. You can also see that moon under my bar there. That moon is how my lunacy. It only goes away if you touch a crystal, I think. Yeah. Save. Okay, we're gonna continue this next time, but I'm really tired. I kind of just want to. It was very impromptu. I wasn't planning on streaming tonight, but I'm. Uh, I don't know. I've been sick all day, but it was nice to come in and see some friendly faces. Anyways, I'll be back sooner next time. I cannot promise tomorrow. Monday maybe. I have to look after Mum's dogs on Sunday, and I think I have to do tomorrow, but I can't remember what. Something always finds its way into my schedule, which I don't have. But until then, thanks for hanging out. Stay safe and have a good night.